in tech industry, if you need a job role, you need to have experience. But to have experience, you need a job. So where do you start with? It's like a vicious cycle, and that's what Kraftshala's program helped me break. I am Deeksha Yadav. I am from the batch SBL2, and I got placed at BrowserStack as an SDR, which is Sales Development Representative. I was born and brought up in a very small town in UP, and like growing up, since I was like a bright student, my father paid a lot of attention on like my education or whatever I did. So early on, since I was born in a town, my father wanted me to actually go to a city and study. So from there, I went to a boarding school, and I did my initial like schooling from there. And like post that, I completed my graduation from BSc Biological Sciences, and since we did not have any placement assistance, so that is why I did not have any option, and I started learning skills on my own. I learned few digital marketing skills, and then my brother, like, he had a digital marketing agency of his, so I started helping him out there. And my role also, there was more like a sales role. So I was responsible for actually reaching out to clients and then nurturing them and finally onboarding them as paid clients. So I was pretty sure that sales would be a field that I might like want to continue further also. But since I did not have knowledge about it, I wanted to actually explore it more, and that's where I started doing my research, and that's when I came across Kraftshala. So like I was doing sales, but I did not have any knowledge about the industry jargons or what sales actually was, because I was doing the things, but I did not really know those terminologies. So first of all, I wanted to be confident. So that was one reason of actually joining a program where I could educate myself more. Secondly, was the placement assistance part. That was something that I researched a lot. There are many courses available out there, but they don't assure that kind of results. Third was, I always was like kind of scared of technology, and basic things, like very basic things, I would name them technology and I would just run away from them. So third reason was that I thought by taking part in this program, by actually being a student here, I would know what technology is actually used in the sales industry. These were three reasons why I wanted to move forward with the program. And like one of my friend had actually done this like digital marketing course from Kraftshala. My brother also had experience here, so that's why I knew that this is like Kraftshala is a brand that I can definitely trust. So that's why I thought of moving forward. And before joining the program, I had actually talked to a lot of alumni also. So from there, I was pretty sure that the decision that I'm making is like I am going in the right direction. All that I would have to do is like work hard while I'm in the program. So that's how it was. I attended the webinar where two of the alumni, who went to Nestle, I connected with them and like through LinkedIn and had a brief like conversation with them. So through that, I knew that what I was getting into. Secondly, since there's this policy which says the 60% refund thing, so that also kind of helped me take this decision. Like amazing. I had basically 3 rounds, and not just from the perspective where I could actually give right answers, but also from a perspective where I got to learn a lot from the leaders who were taking my interview. So I got great feedback, and I was able to improve myself in those like interviews. So in the first round, the feedback I got, I made sure I'm applying that to the second round also, and similar with the third round. So in the first round, I felt like it didn't go according to exactly how I wanted it to, but I was able to actually manage it because we also had these mock interview sessions in Kraftshala, and we were actually told how to handle, situations where you're under pressure and you're quite intimidated by the persona of your interviewer, maybe. So how do you really react then? So I was able to manage it, the first interview, and the second went absolutely amazing because the feedback that I got in the first interview, I really took it seriously, applied it there. And I think that's why. So the moment I cleared the second interview, I knew that I'm going to make it in the third round, because it was the cultural round. And I was till this point, I was like well versed with what BrowserStack was, what is the reason why I really want to go there. So cultural round was the easiest I found. The only company that I applied for was BrowserStack, and my first interview was also BrowserStack. So I was able to clear my very first task, and I think that's because of the training that I went through. So yeah, it's great. I made sure that I'm telling my family once I'm 100% sure that I've made it to BrowserStack. I didn't tell my parents till the end. I in fact gave my told my mother that the result came and I've not made it to BrowserStack, because I wanted to surprise her. So we still had the result. We had completed, we had one last round left, but I told her in advance that I'm not making it there, so that her expectations are not there for at least this role. So when the result actually came and I told her, she was not she couldn't believe. She was like, "Are you lying? What were you what was the result before?" And so yeah, so when I told them, everyone was so happy. In the mock interviews, we were told that these are things that you really need to improve in your CVs, and we had regular CV sessions. So that was the first thing. Then we were told that basis the kind of CV that you prepare, they can ask you anything, and we had to make sure that while we were sitting for an interview, we were well versed with whatever we have written in the CV. Secondly, we had a minimum criteria of 70%, which we have to score in all the mock interviews that we had. So we had 3 mock interviews for one was for B2C, which was a behavioral interview. Then for B2B interview, then B2 then FMCG interview. So these 3 interviews we had to clear it, otherwise we're not clearing that module. So for me, I was able to clear all the mock interviews at least in the first go, but it took me at least 2 tries to clear the B2B interview, and I think that was quite helpful for me, because BrowserStack, it's a tech company and it's a B2B role. That's why that's where, if I would have, because they thought that my technical knowledge was not that great and I had to work towards it. So when I took the second attempt, I worked towards it and I was able to clear it in the second go. So that's how it helps you. If you're lacking anywhere, the mentors would tell you and you would have to work on it, and that's how you'd be able to clear that specific module. It's a huge, it's a big company that way. BrowserStack is a tech company which, helps developers and quality assurance engineers to actually test their website or mobile applications. It's basically cloud testing that you do. They have real devices, 3,500 plus real devices, which are available on cloud. And with the help of those devices, you're able to test your websites and mobile applications. So that's what, a testing website. I would be the first point of contact to any client who is interested in BrowserStack, tools which are there. So what I'm supposed to do is, when I get a request, like an inquiry or a demo request from client, my first, action has to be, I need to first, within a time period of 10 minutes, I have to send them an email. And then secondly, I would have to reach out to them through LinkedIn. And then if the number is available, I would have to give them a call. That would be first level of interaction that I do with my clients, and then book a meeting. So I would have to have conversation with them and then try to actually book a meeting with them. And once the meeting is booked, I would have to actually qualify the clients, ask them, qualify the band also, which is budget, authority, need, and timeline, and give them a demo. So this is what I have to do. Once the demo is done, we can further pass that opportunity to account executives who would finally be, converting that deal. So that is my role. I think the best part about this program was with every module that we were doing, alongside we were also doing a project or some kind of an internship. So my first module was B2C module. So in the B2C, alongside I was also doing a B2C internship at Kraftshala. And whatever I was going through in the modules, I was actually able to practice it. So that was the best part. We also did a live project there. We had to sell anything, like whatever we had, or like anything that we'll find here and there, we had to sell it. And how do you develop that comfortability reaching out to absolute strangers is something that I actually got through that module. Then we had the B2B module, and alongside that module, I was doing a B2B internship at Mondelez International. So that was there. And then finally, we had like the FMCT module, and I was doing a project with Nestle. Whenever I tell people how I spent these 9 months of my life, it's not that I did, a program. I tell them that I had real work experience. So I did 6 months of internship at an edtech startup. Then I did a B2B project at Mondelez Internationals. Then I did a project at Nestle also. So that's how I tell people. So I have real work experience also. So I was a fresher. I did not have any experience, and that's where this program actually helped me. So they, like in tech, in B2B industry or tech industry, that way they don't really take freshers. So that's where it helped me a lot. I am not considered a fresher now because I have at least 9 months of experience, which I can show in my CVs. The 6 months of internship that I did at Kraftshala was what actually helped me a lot, because right now my role at BrowserStack is that of, like, I'm an SDR, but the team that I am an SDR with is an inbound team. So when I was asked these technical questions, as in, do I have any experience working with CRMs or any tools, technical tools like those, I was able to give them an answer. I really loved everyone, especially like if I could talk about the module that I really loved the most was, I would say, would be like B2C module, because that was the very start of this program and I was quite motivated, and we were like challenged to do certain things which I was initially like not comfortable doing. But since I said I was alongside my B2C module, I was also doing an internship. So whenever I would come across a problem, I would ask those questions from, my colleagues at Kraftshala. So that way it helped me a lot. And favorite mentors did not really have, like, all of them were amazing. There was not even a single mentor which I would not have liked. All of them were absolutely great. These were, leaders from, first of all, various industries, and the kind of insights that they have, it's really hard to actually come across, first of all, these insights, and you are like average of the kind of people that you were with. One of the directors from BrowserStack actually took one of our sessions. Yeah, I saw, like, his name is Sambit and he's the director at BrowserStack. He actually took one of our sessions, the leaders Unplugged. These people, those who are actually taking your sessions, they can also be recruiters also. So you need to like pay attention while you're in these courses. I'm really happy for the role that I got. First of all, it's a remote role. That's what I really like a lot. The organization is like BrowserStack is treating me really well. So it's like everything is great. The team that I'm working with, my manager, I have mentors, POCs which are aligned, and everyone is so supportive and they help me out a lot. And it's great. Like, just doesn't feel like you're working. It's like you're so motivated, like you really want to give your best. So yeah, it's great. I'm loving it. There were no freshers. Like, I had not had any interaction with freshers. A great thing that happened to me was that I got this job role. Otherwise, generally, freshers don't get, opportunities in companies like BrowserStack. It's a tech company. You need to have prior work experience. That's the loop that I'm talking about. In tech industry, if you need a job role, you need to have experience. But to have experience, you need a job. So where do you start with? It's like a vicious cycle. And that's what, Kraftshala's program helped me break. So I was able to get this role, I'm quite amazed with it because I just had 9 months of experience, which is also an internship based. So that's where I think this program actually helped me. It helped me break that cycle. I'm still in my training period, so I am going through my onboarding sessions, my certifications. But my manager just so we have routers when we started getting these inquiries and demo requests. So just to give me a hunch of how this experience is going to look like, the last week of January, my router was switched on, and I started getting inquiries and requests, and I was successfully able to actually uh, pass two opportunities. So my responsibility is to pass opportunities to the account executives, and from there they will take it. So I was able to pass two opportunities which were worth approximately $10,000, and in just 1 week. So that was a great, I felt like, achievement. It just doesn't feel like I'm working for the organization. I just love the role so much that I want to give my best. No, I absolutely don't agree with this. Especially like if I talk about B2B sales, and in BrowserStack, if I see a lot of like my colleagues, those who are doing amazing at their jobs, and I'm looking up to them. Like my manager gives me example of taking inspiration from these people. They all are girls, like girls only. So I really don't think that this is true. First of all, is a real life experiences, real work experience that they are going to get from this program. This is something I can say this because I also was an absolute fresher, did not have any experience. And in these 9 months of program, I got 3 different experience. Second is, if you lack direction right now, if you would want direction, like I knew that I had talent, I had skills, but did not have the structure and lacked a direction. So Kraftshala helped me get that direction. So that is the second reason. And to top everything, if you want to get into sales and you want a placement here, then that is why you should join Kraftshala. So yeah.